Have you ever heard about ChatGPT and wondered, what are these people even talking about? As in, you have no idea where to start. This video is for you. In the next 10 minutes, I'm going to walk you through everything you need to know to start using ChatGPT. From creating your first account to getting your first useful result, everything. So that by the end of this video, you'll understand exactly how to use ChatGPT to solve real problems in your daily life. So are you ready to learn with me? Let's dive in. So what exactly is ChatGPT? Okay, so think of it like this. It's like having a smart and intelligent assistant, that is available to you 24/7. So you can just type in a question or a request and it will respond to you in natural conversation, just like I'm doing right now with you. So what can it do for you? It can write things for you. For example, emails, essays, social media posts, blog posts. It can explain complex topics to you in simple terms, like even a 5-year-old. It can brainstorm ideas for you when you are stuck, when you are thinking of different possibilities. It can summarize long articles or documents that you don't have a lot of time to read. It can bring out the main facts for you. It can help you code if you're a developer. And it can also help you to translate between languages. That's how powerful it is. Now, here is what it cannot do. So most versions cannot access real-time information. No, only the data they were used for training. But there are newer versions now that have web access, which we're going to look into in a different video. But for now, it's mostly the information that they were trained with. It cannot make phone calls for you, and it cannot interact with apps directly, at least not just yet. They're getting towards there. And it is not 100% accurate all the time. So you want to double check any important fact or information that you get from it, especially if it is medical, legal, or financial information. You want to double check that, okay? Now, there's a free version and there's a paid version. But guess what? The free version is so powerful, it's incredibly powerful, and it's enough for whatever you need to start. And we're going to use that today. So don't worry, you don't have to buy anything, you don't have to make any subscription. The free version is just what you need. Okay? So let's get you set up. So I'm going to walk you through a step-by-step process for creating your own ChatGPT account. All right. So for this video, I'll be using ChatGPT on a browser like Google Chrome or Safari if you're using an Apple device. So you don't need to download or install anything. So I'll plan to make a separate video to show you how you can download and use the ChatGPT app on your mobile device, like on an Android or an iPhone, in a separate video. But for this particular video, we're going to be using a computer. So feel free to follow along on your computer or your mobile device. And you just need to use the browser on your phone. So you don't need to download or install anything on your system. Okay. All right. So the first thing we're going to do is for you to go to your browser, maybe Google Chrome, and type in this address, chatgpt.com. So that is chatgpt.com. As you can see here on the tab here. So if you type that in, it's going to bring you to a page that looks like this, what you see on the screen. Okay, so you can go ahead and start using it, typing questions and asking it here, but it's not going to save what you have done, when you go away from here. So if you want to be able to return to what you have done and reference it, kind of continue when you take a break and come back without losing all that interaction, you will need to log in and sign up for an account with OpenAI to be able to use that. And so I'm going to walk you through the step to do that next. Right. So now that you've opened and you're seeing this screen, just want to give you a moment to do that. Open your browser, type chatgpt.com, and you'll see a page like this on your screen. Are you there? Okay, good. Now we've done that, you'll see that we can go here and click on the sign up for free option. So remember we have the free version and that is sufficient for what we need right now. Okay, so go ahead and click sign up for free. And you see that you have a couple of options. You can sign in with your Google account, with an Apple account, Microsoft account, even with a phone number or an email. So for this demo, you can choose anyone you like, but I prefer to use an email address for this demo. So I'm going to type my email address here, which is so I type the email address here, and then I will say continue, and then it's going to ask me to, forcing me to sign in Google anyway. So I'll just go that, choose the Gmail account, and then just click continue because we need to provide this information for them to be able to work with our account. And then here we go. So it's asking us to confirm some information about your age. So you might want to put your birthday in. You know, you can also skip that. I think they may let you do that. Let's see. Oh, they want a birthday. So I'm just gonna put a fictitious birthday here. That would be all right. So this will be a birthday for this. And we're just going to click continue. And here we are. So it's asking for a lot more information about us because it wants to be able to suggest things. But you know what? For right now, we can just go ahead and skip and we'll be able to select this afterwards. But let's say you're a student, you can choose school so that you can customize ideas in that space for you. If you're using it for work, you can choose that. If you're just someone who's exploring on a personal level, maybe you're a retiree, grandfather, grandmom, and you're just trying to, try things on your own, exploring this technology, you can choose personal tax. All right. And then, or if this is your personal account and you just want to use it for private things outside of work or school, you could also use that. And then if you want to use it for fun and entertainment and other things, so just choose the one that applies to you. Okay. But for this purpose, I'm just going to do skip. And then there's still more room for you to customize. Are you learning or studying or whatever? So just choose whatever you like, as the case may be. But for now, I'm just going to skip all of that and just get to the meat of creating an account and then worry about the setups later. Okay. But feel free to explore if you are wanting to stay healthy, get step by step help. Most people who are new, that might be something to choose, want to brainstorm ideas and stuff like that. So feel free to choose whatever you like. So I'm going to skip for now. And then, hey, it says, nice to meet you. If you're interested, you might want to go through the stores. It's going to give you some information about how to, play around with ChatGPT. I mean, give you a sample question. This is what the response will look like, which is really cool. If you're looking for recipes for quick weeknight dinner, 15 minutes recipes, you can get just like a demo question here that gives you a feel of how ChatGPT will work when you start using it. From quick questions to big ideas, ChatGPT is here to help. All right, but for this purpose, I'm just gonna skip the tour. And then it says you're all set. And here's the warning. ChatGPT can make mistakes. Remember what I said earlier? You always have to review the responses you get to make sure that everything aligns properly. And then it also tells us that the charts may be reviewed and used for training, but you have some choices which we can do, set up afterwards. All right, so let's click on continue, and voila, it's got some tips. You can ask questions, it can help you write code, you can brainstorm together. And then here is this one in here: don't share sensitive information because the history might be reviewed or can be used to improve, you know, how it's working, the model is working. So don't put your personal information, very private information, your address, let's say your health card number, your passport information. Don't put all of this sensitive information there because it can be exposed. All right. And then it also asks you to check your facts because even though they have safeguards in place, sometimes you might get inaccurate information. So you always have to double check when you're looking for working in critical fields like finance, legal, health. Always double check your facts when you get the responses from ChatGPT. So that's a quick warning from there, from the builders themselves, okay? And now we're ready to go. It says, okay, let's go. And this is what it looks like. You see, it's the free version down here at the lower left button. And this is your interface here. This is where you can type your questions, what's on your mind. And you can use microphone to dictate if you want to speak instead of writing. And on the left panel here, if you wanted to start a new chat, when we have typed something here, you can click on this and it's going to give you another option. So you see, this is the first chat you have had. The history comes out here. That sample one that we used. If you want a new chat, it comes up. So all the chats you've had can show up on this side, on the left panel. You can create images, right? You can search through the chats here if you've had used it for multiple different questions. All right. Let's say because I recommend that if you are starting a new topic, you start it on a new chat. So let's say you are thinking about, you are searching about, buying stuff. And next thing you want to search about, something related to work. It's always good to separate them in different chats. So you have that history here, and this search button can help you figure out the search when you need it and go back to it when you've done other different tasks, right? You can create images, you can connect some apps, and it also has the project options as well. And then in this center place, ChatGPT, the new versions now have the option for you to add photos and files that you can work with. You can ask it to think a little bit more. You can ask it to do some deep research and do some shopping research and even more all over here. So this will give you an idea of the breadth of capabilities this ChatGPT, this AI LLM, is able to do for you. And of course, the opportunities are limitless. All right. So as you can see, I have been able to give you a quick overview of what your ChatGPT interface is. I've walked you step by step how to create an account, how you can, go through the whole process, giving you a rundown of what the different sections look like. And I'm just gonna give you a pro tip. If you go here on the lower left corner and click on it, you see the option that says uh, settings. You click on that, you have the options to choose the settings that you like, and you go under data controls, right? And then you see where it says improve the model for everyone. If you want them to be able to use your conversations to improve the model, you can leave it on because that's the default version. But if you don't want that, like I usually do for most AI applications, I usually say no because I don't want my conversations being found in the training data. So I'm just going to turn this off here like this, and that is done. It also has information about audio recordings if you want them to be used for improvement, and if you don't want that, they give you the freedom to opt out, which is really great. So just turn that button off and then you say done. That's it. Shows off here. So you close that, and then I think you're all set up to begin to explore ChatGPT on your own. So I think you should go ahead and bookmark this page right now because you're going to be using it a lot when you start using it. Because if you download an app, you might be able to replace that with an app. But for right now, just bookmark this page so that you can easily come back to it. You can bookmark it by going over here. See the star on the top right corner? So you can always come back. All right. So now that you're all set up, let's get to the fun part of actually using ChatGPT. So